Hi everybody, Cynthia here. I'm back to share this 5.5 by 4 by 1 flip lid gift box. And I told you guys I would be back to share with you guys how I created it. I created a similar size, a little bit smaller for a gift card holder. But this one houses 5 of those gift tags I had in the previous video. And if you haven't seen that, I will post a link below to that as well. Okay, but we're going to get started. The paper that I used for this is from Hobby Lobby, and it's called Home for the Holidays. And I used some paper, and this is the 8.5 by 11 paper pad. And I picked that up a year or two ago, I think. And the bird sentiment here, or the bird embellishments, I used from a pack here from the Pine Cone Lodge Christmas Noel. This is by Recollections, and I have a ton of these in my stash that I haven't used yet, and I picked these up a few years ago at Michael's. And so I used the cardinal on this one, and I think the one that we're creating today, I had a piece out and I don't know what I did with it. Do you ever do that? Oh, here it is. I took some of those berries and I just glued on an owl. So I'm going to use this on the front of this box. Okay, so let's get started. It's a super simple box, guys. And you can put your handmade embellishments in for your swaps. You can put all kinds of little gifts, and you could put a whole stamp set in. I wonder if one of these would fit. Now I'm curious because I said that. Let's see. No, not quite, but maybe I will actually make a box set for one of those in case you want to gift a stamp set to somebody. Now that gave me another idea for the Jingle series. Pardon me. Sorry. As I said, I have been sick for a little while. In the last video, I told you guys I've been sick all week and just trying to get over it. Anyway, you're going to need a sheet that measures 11 by 7.5. You're going to line it up at the 11-inch mark, and we're going to score at 1 inch, 5 inches, 6 inches, and then again at 10 inches. 1, 5, 6, and 10. Then you're going to flip it to the 7.5 inch side, and you're going to score at 1 inch. Then flip it around to the opposite side and score at 1 inch again. And then we can put our scoreboard away. And now you can fold up your score lines. And then we're going to cut our score lines, and we're going to add our mats before we put the box together. It's just a little bit easier if you add your mats beforehand. But if you prefer putting the box together first and then doing your mats, entirely up to you. Okay, so your box should look like this. And on this side, you're going to cut on this score line to meet up with the next one. Just don't cut over that score line to create this little flap. And then I'm just going to cut a little angle out of it so that when I fold this up, I can get it nice and flush with the top there. And I'll do the exact same thing on this side. Cut up on your score line to meet up with the next. And then cut a little angle piece out. Flip it around to the opposite side and do the same thing. So on your box, you should have these two flaps here and these here. Now you're going to turn it this way, and we're going to cut on this score line. And you're going to create a flap in the center. So cut on this score line, tiny little angle piece out, cut on this score line, and tiny angle piece out. So you created a center flap there. Turn the box around and do the same thing on this side. If you guys hear a little bit of noise in the background, that's my cats running around chasing each other and playing. Okay, so let's flip it around to this side. This is the inside of our box. This is the outside. So our two mats here, I chose from the same paper pad, just a different pattern. The paper that the paper size for the mat, I did 5 3/8 by 7 3/8. And that's gonna just leave you a very small, like 1/8 of an inch border on your box. So I'm gonna put this one here. Oops. And we're gonna put this one up here. 5 3/8 by 3 7/8. Okay, and then our front flap, the middle flap, and the bottom flap here, those measure 5 3/8 by 7/8 of an inch. And I thought I cut 3 out, but it looks like I only cut 2. So forgive me, we're not going to have one for the... Oh no, you only need 2, I'm sorry. I'm such a doofy. For this part here, the back part and the front flap. The inside, you really don't need one. You can cover it if you want. That's entirely up to you. But it would be the same measurement. So this is going to be the front of my box. That's 5 3/8 by 7/8. This will be the top part. And then I'll do this middle part here, which actually turns out to be the back end of your box. 5 3/8 by 7/8. And then right here in the center, I'm going to take my 1-inch circle punch, and I'm just going to line it up in the center and cut like a half moon shape so that you remember that's the front or the top. And that way, when it's easier for the person to pull it open, they can just stick their thumb on there. It's not necessary though, you don't have to do it if you don't want to. Okay, so the sides, this is the top of our box, if you remember. So we're going to want to do the outside flaps here. And those measure 3 7/8 by 7/8. Okay, now let's close up our box. So this is our tab, our little tab we created here. We're going to fold it to meet with the front. Oh, make sure it's nice and flush. Run your bone folder over it on the inside if you want. Do the same thing here. Add some glue. Close up that tab. The top end of the box. Okay, so you can see it coming together. This is our lid. Now we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to take these two middle tabs and we're going to glue them to the sides. Add a little liquid glue and fold that up. Same thing here. Fold that up. Okay, so now we just created our lid. Now we're going to want to create the bottom of the box. So again, these two tabs are going to go flush with the front of our box. And this tab here. Okay, and then all you do is close up the box. I'm all thumbs today, guys. Okay, so that's our box, little flip lid box here. Sorry. And then I just took my owl here and I'm going to glue it to the top, and that's it. I might add a little foam tape for dimension because I think I did that with this one here. Yes, I did. So let me get some foam tape. And you guys could decorate yours however you like. Put a piece here. I love making gift boxes. Just kind of put your own little personal touch on everything, you know. Might have added a little too much foam tape, but I was having fun with that. Okay. Oh, I gotta cut that piece smaller. Save that for a skinnier piece later if I need it. Okay, let's pull the backing off. I just thought these embellishments went perfect with the paper because they were both kind of largy, woodsy. And center that on the box. And that's it, guys. That's our flip lid gift box. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Thank you so much for watching. Take care and happy crafting.